what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are back on Mac doing how to sound like a boogie with a hoodie on GarageBand Mac. So I did do a video on this, I think it was about a year ago. I did it on iOS, and we're gonna do another one here, how to sound like a boogie on Mac. So again, this sound is similar to some of the other artists I've done, probably like Lil Skies and maybe Lil Mosey. But these are all foundations to get your own sound and to really experiment with how you guys want to make your own music. So the first thing that we did, oh, by the way, if you guys do not know, I cannot, when I use QuickTime to record this, I can't get the audio that's playing on there to come through playback so that you guys can hear it. So I'll just I'll take you through the steps of how I got the sound and then play the final version at the end. So the first thing that we did to get boogie sound was I did an EQ. So the first thing for EQ is that you want to take out a lot of your low end sounds. He tends to have a lot more mid to high range sounds. So I took out like this green part right here from like, I would say 300 to 1500 K. I always take out just because it makes the sound better. I recorded the final version not on the mic that I'm using now that you're hearing me do this voiceover, but I recorded it on my Beat Solo HD mic. So yeah. So again, it also all depends on what mic you use. But for boogie, I did take out most of this, and then I kept a little bit right here. But I used this, and I took out a lot of this lower end where there's really no tones back here, and took out some of the boxy tones up here. And then I raised it about like around the 2K mark, 2 to 3K mark, close to the 2K mark though, and that gives more of like a tube mic sound. And then I raised the higher end from about 4K to give a nice crisp sound in your voice. So after that, I did my compressor. So the first thing that I did with my compressor, this is a pretty generic compressor. So the gain is pretty much how loud you want. That fits into your mix depending. Same thing with the compressor threshold. I didn't have the ratio too high. I didn't want it too high. And for the attack, so this really says how much transparency you want in your voice. So I kind of made the attack very middle. I didn't want too much transparency, but I didn't want it to be too harsh as well. Because Boogie, the song that I did for this, I did sung like the first verse of Look Back at It. So it's really more melodic, and you want some of that transparency to come through. You don't want it to be super harsh. So I kept that. And then the next thing that we did, the big thing that Boogie uses, he uses a lot of reverb. So I went and dropped Platinum Reverb. If you don't know how to go there, so if you go down here, and then go to your plugins, and then you go down here, so you enter Platinum Reverb, and then so yeah, add Platinum Reverb and follow these settings right here. So I used, I really put the high cut all the way, and then I have the dry up to 100% and the wet about 34%. So that should give us a good, nice reverb sound. And then I also did make the reverb up here a little bit and put a tiny bit of ambience over here. And if you go up to this scissor sign, and this goes to our pitch correction. Your auto tune over here, you want to make sure limit to key and enable flex are on. I put it pretty high, not all the way though. And then if you go over here, you got to make sure that pitch correction is on like that, otherwise nothing will happen. Oh yeah, if you don't know how to get other plugins, if you hover right here, there's just gonna be a little line right there. You click that, and you're gonna get all these plugins that you can use. So that's why I got to reverb over here. So the last thing that we did is the Aperture Correction that I said. So one thing that I did not do that you guys can do, I've done it in a lot of my videos, is just duplicate the tracks. If you highlight all of this, and then you control and then copy, and then make a new track with duplicate settings, and then you make sure you're on the track and then paste it in here. And then one thing that you can do, you can either just pan one all the way to the left and one all the way to the right, or what you can do, you can go in and then you can make one of these and move it a little bit to give more wider sound, and do that for those three. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A boogie has a pretty simple sound. He doesn't use a lot of harmonies and things like that. I mean, he does, but that's really all nuances in some of certain songs. But for a general a boogie sound, this is what it's gonna sound like, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Keep posted for new vids, and as always, peace.
in every single chain, and my diamond rings. The way you walking, the way you talking, it's all because of me. The way I'm all on you, girl, you know it's true. The way I speak is my melody. Don't you ever think it's another me. I got racks on me, got the stash on me. I think they're gassing me, yeah. Hoodie on low, gotta stay focused. Yeah, it's hard to stay low and everybody notice. Look back at it.